Hi, Janet here from the Tips team. If you would like to know how to make certificates, name tags, login slips, or anything else really that you could create on a slide, quickly and easily pulling in student names and other information using Autocrat, then this is definitely a presentation you want to watch. Very quickly, overview. You're going to save admin time by pulling in information from sheets into your Google Slides. A sheet is like a magic bucket. Sheets and a few small skills can save you so much time. And a slide is like a 21st century printing press. You can print from sheets in any format you design ahead of time. We're going to use Autocrat. You can download the Autocrat add-on from the G Suite Marketplace from within your Google Sheets. You'll go to Google Sheets, you'll go to your add-ons, down to add add-ons and add it that way. You can format your slide. If it's name tags, you're going to have a different dimensions than for like a whole certificate. For example, today will be your certificate, but I'll show you where you can change that. We're going to create the slide using a template that I've created. Then we're going to use a form to feed the sheet. You'll go to your form responses page and create a new sheet, and within that sheet you're going to run the Autocrat add-on, and voila, you are going to have a certificate at the end. So here is a slide that has my, my template. What I have is my name will go at the top of the page, and what I've done is I've tagged the names specifically exactly the same as what I have on my form. So the first question on my form is, what is your name, first name, last name? I've put these two little tags on each side of that on my slide. That means that when we run Autocrat, it will pull that column of the sheet and place it in here. So what is your name? Is awarded the certificate of recognition of engaging in TIPS After School Special PL. Then I have a teacher name and a nice little font that I've put here. I've just called it teacher. That will pull in from a column in my sheet called teacher, and then there's going to be a timestamp on the other side. So this is my template that is going to populate all of the answers to the form. Okay, let's go to the form itself. I'm going to just add a few names. So what is your name, first name, last name? So we'll say Molly Smith. Okay, so we now have a couple of names that have gone into our sheet. I'm going to click over to my sheet, which I have open in another page, and I have a number of names here, including Molly Smith and John Doe at the bottom. You'll see at the top is my timestamp. That will pull into the timestamp. What is your name, first name, last name? Pulls into that, but there isn't a teacher column, so I'm going to write teacher here, and I'll write my name as a teacher. And of course, because it's a sheet, we said a few small skills can go a long way, so I'm just going to drag this down and populate that all the way down. So there's my three headings. I'll double check my certificate. Here is 1, here is 2, and here is 3. So we're ready to run Autocrat. Okay, let's run Autocrat. We'll go to add-ons, Autocrat, open. We're going to create a new job. We're going to call it After School Special, New Certificate. Okay, next, we create a template from Drive, and of course it will be our teacher certificate. So I could just click on View, but I'll show you. If you haven't created a template before, you can go and search it. Teacher, search. Teacher certificate. Select. Okay, next. The source data we're pulling from form responses 1. You can see down here. And the header row is 1. The first data row is 2. We see that these tags all match all the way down, so I can click Next. My file settings, where I'm going to save it, will be Final Certificates. It will be Google Slides. If I had, for example, a number of certificates that I was mailing out to people, I would want multiple output mode, but because I just want one file, I've changed it to single output mode. Next, it'll be in my Drive. This is where I can start setting merge conditions if emails were being sent, and add triggers. Save. Now all you do is wait, and we can watch those certificates being created right before our eyes. play. Merge sequence started. You can see the headers have been added to the top of the spreadsheet, and it says 16 rows will be merged. Looks as if they're processing right now, and it's finishing up, cleaning up. And now we can close this box, and you'll see that all of the certificates are going to be on the same page. And if I click on Final Certificate, it'll take me to my merged document. So Janet Bell is awarded the certificate for engaging in TIPS After School PL, and as I just flip down, you can see my names of people. One last thing before I go, I'd mentioned earlier on that this technique can be used to create different kinds of items at different sizes. Your slides is like your printing press. So the certificate is a regular sort of size, but if I go to my file and page setup, I can change it so that instead of being that size, I can say inches, and instead of 8.5 by 11, I could make it 4 by 4. So now I have something that is a square and looks like this instead. And then when printing, I can go File, Print Settings and Preview. And I can go, instead of 1 slide without notes, I can say 6 slides per page. And so now all of my certificates would print out in a much smaller format that I could cut up. So if I were making computer logins, name tags, things like that, you can do that quickly this way too. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.